Welcome to the Drizzy and Morgan Show.
Voulez-vous vous share avec moi?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dons and donuts everywhere, welcome to the Drizzy and Morgan Show. Don't forget to bill a tampy if you need to bill a tampy. You know the ones there? Sip of juice, have a cup of tea, you know what I mean? Little bit of coffee.
One or two sugars.
Yeah, you know the ones there? This is your home away. One sugar.
Yeah. Why?
Because I'm sweet enough.
I need to say that.
Sweet enough, brother. No, that one's there. You know that? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Drizzy and Morgan Show.
That's what they say.
I have the usual man, them and dons and donettes in the building. Round of applause for Jojo Montana the Great.
Jojo Montana. You know why I respect Joe? Joe has limits.
What
limits does Joe have?
Joe has limits, man, and you got to respect a man that has limits.
What limits?
Yeah, now big him up, man.
We not know about.
Nah, it's calm. Joe's a stand-up guy. Like I told you, he's the baby of the blueprint, man.
Joe, you got boundaries.
Boundary none.
I love that. Well, yeah, big up Jojo.
Big up Jojo, man. Big up Jojo Montana the Great. I want to say a big shout out to Ghamzeh, aka Ghamzeh. Well go on, Ghamzeh.
I feel like I haven't been here for ages. I haven't.
This is Drizzy Morgan Show. I go by the name of Morgan Heights, and this gentleman here goes by the name of
Drizzy Freckles, aka El Papacito, aka Mr. 767, aka your girlfriend's favorite best friend. You just don't know it yet between the sheets, aka Mr. El Don Dorado, a.k.a.
All right, stop.
I've never been to none of them parties, a.k.a. Yo, all I have is my word and my bond. I shout to my co-host, my god brother.
Come on.
It's belated, but happy Father's Day.
Yeah. Done now.
I'm gonna give you flowers because I know that you and many of us that I am closely associated with, and that's one of the reasons why.
Yeah.
You lot are breaking the mold in regards to what the modern day fathers should be. So I just want to give you your flowers, my brother, because it's easy to see them little disgruntled, bittered posts that pop up. They're like, oh yeah, well, it's not very. Do you think it's a coincidence that Father's Day is in the same month as Pride Month? No, don't do that.
Oh wow!
Don't do that. We're not doing that.
I kind of just happy that I can come.
Wow.
It works.
No. Don't reach out.
Wait. Hold on. Sorry. Can you break? Can you unpack that sentence?
Is there no more to that sentence?
Deeper. Don't do it.
But I need to. Did he actually mean what you said?
Yes.
Let me introduce.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
You're
Let me just take a sip of
right
water.
now, brother. I don't know what's going on. You okay? Yeah, everything good.
I forgot what this good bread is like.
Yeah.
This is episode 109. 109, you know. Jesus Christ.
109.
Maintain. Listen. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, come on.
We have a special guest.
Whoop whoop.
He's going to be our co-host today. He's a producer, beat maker.
Yeah.
Two different things, right?
Music.
Well, we had a discussion about this on a pod a while ago.
Yeah.
He said it's the same thing.
He did.
You did.
Shit, I got it wrong. Radio host.
Yeah.
DJ.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right. This gentleman here is like
Husband.
He's not my husband.
No, he's someone's husband.
Say, brother, like
trying to say you,
bro. You just trying
to say you. I said husband. You're listed off. He's you know what I mean. His achievements. So I said husband.
Yeah.
Husband.
Yeah. Husband.
Okay.
Husband. Yep.
This gentleman's like my brother. Like long, like friend of the show, brethren, real life, Cody. He's I don't know what category to put you both in, but it's similar.
Don't start some shit.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dons and donettes everywhere, welcome to DJ Maintain. Well, go on, my brother. Don't start no. I said, don't start no trouble. Welcome.
Too late for that.
Welcome, brother.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
I've been trying to get you down here for a minute, bro.
Bro, yeah. No, I've just, you know what it is? It's just the stars aligned.
Yeah.
for this episode, and I had to make it happen. You know?
Yeah, man.
Because I think you would have been a bit vexed if it didn't.
Facts.
You would have started acting different.
Yeah.
You would have been there. You would have stopped picking up the phone and that. One-word answers and things. I don't think I got the energy for that.
Leave the messages on the red.
You know, like that.
Yeah. So had to happen.
I respect it.
Yeah, you're out here, but you know what I mean?
Man. You've been here before, though.
Yeah.
Come to DJ from at the many parties we've had here.
Yeah, that was a sick party still. Yeah,
That's right.
Someone had dropped an album just around that time, and we was playing like album cuts. I can't remember. I think
it was Lil Wayne. Was it? No, it was
Drake.
It was Drake.
Certified Lover Boy.
And it was the track with Lil Wayne on
and
it.
Ross and and
we rolled it up.
Yeah. Like, we got a couple wheel ups.
I can't remember how many times.
We're gonna it's gonna be quite a hip hop heavy orientated show today, which is
in it.
Which is great.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Which is great. I want to quickly tell you a story before we move. Have you had scammers message you before?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We've all had them.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, I get a text. And my number is amongst a group of people, right?
I got that one.
So I've seen it with a link. Yeah. So I've looked at it and I'm savvy. Okay. So I've looked at it and I replied, "Go suck yourself, pussy hole." Then block the number, as you do.
Yeah.
Right?
Hella savvy. That's hella savvy. Yeah. I respect that.
So the next day, no word of a lie. I'm washing the dishes, domesticated dad and that.
Yeah, of course.
And I get a call. Withhold. It's withheld call. Cool.
Anonymous.
Yeah, loud that. Rings again. So I said, have I got 5 minutes to run somebody on the phone right now? Cool. Picked it up. Hello? Did you tell me to suck my mum yesterday? I said, what? I said, hold on, wait. I said, hold on, wait. Are you calling me to have a go at me for you trying to put a scam out, and I'm telling you to go suck yourself, and you're really calling me? I hurt your feelings, didn't I? Bro, shut up, bruv, you idiot, bruv. What are you doing on my phone, bruv? Come off my phone. I can't believe that you would say that, man. Then he started doing, you ninja, this, that. Wow. I said, how you know I'm black? Well, probably do still. The accent that
the bass.
Suck your mum is
no disrespect.
Suck your mum is
retort. No disrespect to all the Caucasian friends we have, but that's not their type of
that's not their
wordplay.
Operandi.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's not their wordplay. Do you know what I'm saying? So you know, when you hear that,
what would they say? Excuse me,
your dick or something like that.
Yeah, actually, what would like?
How dare you?
The man in my play football.
That's what it said.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
See you next Tuesday.
You got wind it back in. It's too willy-nilly, that word, you know.
Words powerful though.
Words are powerful.
Yeah,
when you call someone the CUNT,
brother. So after I laughed at him, he put the phone down on me, and he hasn't called me since.
No, I'm gonna adopt that tactic.
But the thing about it is, you're trying to scam me. And because I've told you about your scamming, you want to come after me?
Let me give him some grace. Yo, he might have been one of the other numbers attached to that broadcast.
Imagine.
Oh,
and you just cussed the person.
Right, but hold that though. Anyway, so
right, now here it is.
Hold it.
I'm on my way. Yeah, you gotta relax. I'm on my way home. Right. I see this young lady walking towards me and she's slowing down. I'm very aware of my surroundings. Even if I got my headphones on or that, it might not be on all the time. Yeah. It just looks like.
Okay.
So she's slowing down. She stops and I hear her say, "Excuse me." And I'm like, boy. Okay. Hey, what's up? I need your help. I was like,
shit. What type of help?
Okay.
Because you didn't tell me you ain't told us.
If she was a hot chick, you would not be giving that attitude.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
we go.
Yeah, because that's what I wanted to know.
Actually, Ghamzeh.
She was attractive.
Ghamzeh.
She was attractive.
Actually, you see them assumptions there? Just jump out the window, typical. So I'm like, all right, what's up?
What up?
Now, I'm suspicious because she's a fine lady.
Right.
But I'm like, what's going on? Can I get your help, please? I said, sure, what's up?
Yeah.
Oh, can I walk with you?
What?
I'm like, hold
Yeah,
on.
no, alarm bells are
I'm
ringing off.
freaking out.
Yeah, I'm freaking out.
I'm freaking out.
I'm like,
yeah.
no,
I'm looking.
I'm
I'm trying to see if the missus is across the road in the whip,
brother. So I'm like, what's going on? So now I'm looking, and I had my shades on, so now my eyes are moving around like every centimeter of road. Like, what's going on? She goes, oh, can I walk with you, please? I said, why? I said, why you want to walk with me? She goes, oh, not like in a rude way. I was like, why? Oh, because I don't feel safe. I said, right, okay, let's call the police.
Stop it.
Straight.
She then says to me, oh, this guy's been following me. So now, now I'm fully locked in now. Right, talk to me.
We can help.
Yeah, that's what I was like, talk to me.
Yeah, we can help.
So, oh yeah, this guy's been following me. Can you see him across the road? Me now, I got my shades on, like, yeah. So I'm describing the Don to her. She's like, he's like, yeah, that one. I said, cool, walk with me then, let's go. I said, you know what? Yeah, there's a Tesco's just there. Let's go to the Tesco's. She's walking me and all that. Me now, because I watch a lot of crime detective shows and movies and that now, I'm like this with my phone, and I've already put the camera mode on. I flipped it round.
All of that.
In the video, so I can see who's walking by. Like, right, this Donnie's still following us. You know? I said, what's the story with him? She goes, he's been following me since I got off the bus for the past 50 minutes. He's been following me. I'm trying to get home.
Yeah.
But because he's following me, I'm doing all these little detours to shake him off to then. I said, all right, cool. I said, here's what we're going to do, yeah? When we get into Tesco's,
take my number.
You need to and then you need to just go straight to the back aisle.
Yeah.
Raw.
And just walk to the furthest part of it.
Yeah.
And then just pick a random number and just cut through that aisle and just pull up there for a minute.
Right.
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just chill and get my little basket, even though I don't need to get anything in Tesco.
Oh shit, you really do. This is like
that's nice.
Yeah, man. I respect it.
And then when he's approaching now, I'm gonna say something to her. She goes, you sure you don't know him? I said, darling, just follow my lead, please.
Yeah.
Boom. So he's walking into Tesco's and I said,
he
brother, you look famous. You look familiar. Like, I know you. And he's getting a little bit agitated now because obviously he's losing his view of where she's going. I'm like, bro, you look familiar. Crazy. Like,
what did he look like?
He was a how can I say it? Like those Moroccan looking Donnies.
Yeah, that man there.
And I'm like, you look familiar, like I know you, but I can't put my finger on it. He's like, oh yeah, he's getting it. I just said, oh yeah, no, it's not me. Could you just move so I could just... I said, no, I swear I know you, like you're a brethren of my brethren. All this time now, I know Shorty's fruit, she's flown down there.
Right.
And then he walks by and the security stopped him because she obviously told him what's going on. She told security. And then he's looking at me and he's looking at me like... he wants to jump outside or something. I'm like, are you cool, fam?
Did he look like he could handle himself?
But I didn't care, bro. Man was looking at me like he wanted to jump. And I'm like, you good?
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, what you think you're doing? I said, me? I said, you good? You good? I'm going there and get something. If you're still here, we can talk about it. He's there. He's moving around, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, I ain't entertaining this guy, brother. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
For real.
Boom. My girl done slipped out the other side.
Okay.
Pause. And then she went home. But it was just weird how he was so...
That's crazy.
adamant to meet up with this girl. And it's just... So I say all that to say this. Sorry. Ladies, just be careful of who's in your peripherals and all that, yeah? Because you don't know who's who. Like, Donnie was walking, like, following her for like a good 50 minutes. And this is in broad daylight, bro.
That's crazy.
Amazon alarm is fantastic.
Have you been followed before, Ghamzeh?
I have been, but can I just say alarm?
Ma'am, that word.
Yeah, you don't like the R word.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It's an alarm that you can get from Amazon, and it's very, very loud.
Right.
So you just press that,
and it alerts.
And it just makes everyone uncomfortable because everyone's going to look.
Right.
That's a very good thing to have.
That's a good thing to have.
Yeah.
Well done. You did your job.
Yeah, you did good. That was really good. Did you get her number though?
No.
Oh.
No. That's cool.
No. Because you know what?
Just check up on her. Like, was she okay yesterday?
Oh.
She might not even.
That's a good point.
Nah,
good point.
Ghamzeh, sometimes you just have to let be. Do you know what I mean? So be it.
If it's meant to be, she'll walk past you again, right?
You know what I mean? So like, it's cool, man. But anyway,
we got a lot to talk about today.
Let's pick
right?
it up.
Ghamzeh, I need you to be on the buttons today because we got to get through it. Right?
I'm good with buttons.
Could you tell us what we have in store today, please, Ghamzeh?
Yes, we're going to be discussing Memphis Bleek Breakfast Club interview. We're also going to be talking about new Clipse, Travis Scott diss.
Yep.
Bonnie Blu and Andrew Tate in the interview. That's a mad one.
That's a mad one.
And also Nas and Jim Jones discussion. And so much more.
So much more. So stick with us. Basically, I want to say this before we start as well. Looking at the analytics, my beautiful audience, we noticed a lot of subscribers ain't clicking the like button. It's just respectfully, click the like button, support us. It helps us, helps with our algorithm. It helps us promote the show far and beyond. Maintain is with us today. Come to Maintain. So what do you want to start with? Let's go.
Us Maintain.
It's the Drizzy and Morgan Show.
Let's get the Tate and Bonnie Blu thing out of the way. Let's just get that out of the way. Because I can see this being a mazzoline. So let's just get it out of the way.
Go for it. Go for it, Drizzy.
Yeah.
So is it out? Because I'm just seeing a bunch of like little clips.
Same here. I've just seen clips.
Is it behind
It's on YouTube.
paywall? You sure?
I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Okay, because I've just seen bare clips on YouTube, man.
Because True say we were going to talk about it.
Yeah.
And when you sent me the message, it hadn't dropped.
Right.
They said it was about to release.
Yeah.
So then, boom, I went back to it and then I saw it.
But on YouTube, it's all these like little 50-second clips.
No,
But anyway, whatever.
It's on there.
So Andrew Tate, I don't know how you want to, depending who you ask, they'll give you, everyone's got a different answer for who Andrew Tate is. Andrew Tate now is it his podcast or interview?
It's him and another Donny. It's his podcast.
It's his podcast. Okay, cool.
He's got another Donny with him. I don't know his name. And
he looks mad. His name. Yeah, but that other Donny looks mad.
Wow. He wasn't the greatest interviewer though.
No.
Yeah, there's something about him that gives me like, he's always in the background lurking.
Something about him doesn't give me assertiveness.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And Bonnie Blues.
And the world famous Bonnie Blu. Double B's. Hold on, wait a minute, because we got some. Sir, do you know? Okay, cool. I don't want to infiltrate the good brother's brain with this stuff. Right. Anyway, so Miss Double B is on this podcast with Andrew Tate, and I'm assuming it was a very highly educational, thorough, how to correct the political wrongs of the world type interview.
She is like the final boss of feminism. It's final boss.
Okay.
She is like up there. She's like, and what I respect about her, this is mad, because morally I don't fuck with her.
Yeah.
But when I see how she presents herself, she just doesn't care, and she owns being a hoe. And I respect people just own your wholeness. So when I was watching it, I see Andrew Tate and her going back and forth, but it wasn't how I expected it to be. It was more of Andrew Tate saying, you know what, I respect
you for owning it. Yeah.
Because this is the way the world is going right now. Everyone wants to be hoes. No one wants to settle down and have families. No one wants to have children anymore.
Yeah.
Everybody's on this clout chase, making money, sending their naan bread for peas.
Yeah.
And I respect that. And I was like, ooh, that's an angle, because it's probably not the angle I would have taken.
Yeah.
And it's not the angle I haven't seen online. Like, what the angle I've seen online from other people that's interviewed her has been like, oh, you're this, you're that, you're wrong. Where Tate was just like, go do your thing, innit? It's your body, your choice.
Yeah, but I feel like sometimes them lot are projecting onto her. Like, look, they almost act like they've brought her onto the pod or whatever platform they're using to interview her, and they've just found out in real time how much she overlikes the man them.
Yeah.
You knew this. That's why you got her on the show, because you know it's going to draw clicks, attention,
absolutely,
traffic to your channel. So you know this, but then you don't want to speak to like your holier than thou. And it's like, well, you may not agree with what she's doing, but what she's doing, that's her thing. You lot are probably doing even worse behind closed doors for free. Right? So speak to her. Like, I've joked about it, but I'm dead serious. If her or her counterpart, Lily, want to come on pod, I want to just understand. I'm not here to shame you or nothing, because that's your business. You're not my daughter. You're not my sister.
I'd shame her a little bit.
Why? What are you gonna get out of that?
Rags. I'll shame you.
Well, you look like a bully. Oh
No, I wouldn't be like aggressive with it.
But I feel like you can't shame her because like she owns
No,
it,
you
right?
can't. Yeah.
You'd be like, you're a hoe. She's like,
that is very true. You can't just go, you're a hoe, because you're gonna just claim it. But, bruv, where are we from, bro?
North Weezy. No, but what I'm saying is like
you can because all right, all that is being said. Yeah. But let's not get it twisted, right? Prostitution is one of the oldest institutions, right? It's one of the oldest.
That's
naan bread for peas, peas for naan bread. It's been going on for days. Yeah. The only thing that I have a problem with, and this is the only pushback I give on it, is that I don't like that this is where the society is going, especially in Western culture.
Agreed.
In Western culture, we've gone too far.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I go as far as to say men are to blame for it. Because we endorse these things. Who's the people that's paying the money for her to do what she's doing? If there was no one on her OnlyFans, if there weren't anybody paying for those subscriptions, she wouldn't have a platform.
Okay, question.
Right?
Yeah. Do you think 100% of her subscribers are men?
No, but it's
majority.
I'd
say the majority is.
What do you say percentage-wise? 80.
80, yeah.
All right, now do you think the 20%, do you think they're your typical, do you think you'd identify them walking in the street like that person looks like this Bonnie Blu? I believe some of that 20% might be females you would never believe would say, oh yeah, I subscribe to stuff and check it out.
Yeah.
Of course.
Could be housewives, could be like, high earning CEO type women and stuff, women that have like, fantasies, rich boyfriends or whatever. Yeah, and they're like, I can't do this because I'm happily married and I'm a mother and all that, but I'm living vicariously through
but it's like watching her. I'm sure mothers
escapism.
But Bonnie's more accessible. Like there's a higher percentage.
Is she free?
Huh?
It
sure is.
OnlyFans is like you have to pay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Unless you go on and then type in her name and then.
Another thing they were discussing on the show was about everyone having a past.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I saw that.
Right.
I saw that.
How do we feel about that?
It's like there's levels to your past, though, right? You can't just say everyone has a past,
right?
There's levels to your past.
I hate everyone has a past. That conversation.
It's a blanket statement.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
But your past, statement. Your book of your past might not be as fulfilled and as
lengthy.
mine. Mine might be different. Yeah, I was really trying to avoid to say that. But yeah, like, do you know what I'm saying? Your past might be. I don't know. You were okay. No, this is not being like stereotypical or nothing. You might have been a scammer back in the day.
Oh yeah,
right,
possibly.
But then you use the skill set you learned from scamming to actually apply it to now you're like hired by, I don't know, the police or whatever in regards to their security side of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So your past actually excelled to something better that you've turned your back on your past. And you're like an example of, well, I was doing bad things, but now I'm doing better things for myself based on what I was doing before. But that doesn't compare to someone's past where it's like, yeah, man, I was just out here just thumping up guys, robbing people, putting people in hospital, this, that, and the third. That's a different kind of past. So that blanket statement, everyone has a past, I just think it's just a cop-out.
It is.
And it's just like, maybe now you're not where you used to be.
Right.
But don't say everyone's got a past because that's just time. Of course, every minute that goes by is not in the past. But so Drizzy, what we doing?
Quick question. Is it a cop-out to people talking about their past in general, or is it a cop-out to people's sexual past?
General. I think it's general.
But I think no, it's not.
Okay,
You're right, because I feel like men listen to the sexual part. Like if I come to you and you've fallen in love with me and I go, I've killed a man, I've done my time, you'll be like, it's okay, babe.
It's okay, babe, yeah.
But if I say I've been through 1,000 men, what would you say?
1,000 dons,
right?
Yeah. I'll be like,
I'll just be honest.
You know what?
So I think you guys judge on like different things,
Because we don't. Because is it okay? Is everybody? So we're saying it's okay to not accept people's passes, right?
I don't like the example Ghamzeh gave.
People have their own standards.
Like you say, because I could have had 1,000 men and then realised maybe I just need one.
And here I came and I'm the one. I'm 1001. Huh? After all that intense research, I'm the 1001. I'm the one now. All that research you did, I'm the one.
Okay, but what if you meet someone and like you've introduced to the family,
right?
You're really like to a point where you want to get down on one knee and like you are in love, and then you find out their body count.
Ghamzeh, I'm gonna be real. I need you to look into my eyes, Ghamzeh. Yeah, if you had 1,000 doddies.
You're gonna know.
You would never know. This is the thing. A woman would even tell you.
Ghamzeh, as God, Allah, Jah, however you want to claim your God, is my witness. If I'm getting ready to get one knee to propose to you, you better have told me about these 1,000 donnies
I'm gonna say 2.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't drop it on me then.
But why would you want to know when I'm your woman and you want to marry me? Do you not just want that under the carpet?
So, Ghamzeh, this is why I don't like the example you gave, because I don't really want to listen. When you're with me,
talk about the 1,000 men then.
No. When you're with me, you're with me. Your past ain't really my thing unless your past somehow I bump into your past and then we have to have a conversation.
That's the issue.
But you telling me you've killed someone in comparison to being 1,000 dons, I'm gonna be like, excuse me, the $1,000 is a high number. That's okay. But let's go back to that. You've killed someone. Like that's
scrappy.
Self-defense,
right? Huh? And when you do your time,
nah, I can't be with you a criminal.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, really?
The mom of my child can't be a criminal. What we doing?
Wait, criminal what? Like what?
You've gone. You spent time in jail. Oh, so son.
That's the line.
Little Dre, here's what happened. Mommy hasn't been around because she's been on vacation.
Right.
But she's been in jail. Oh, Daddy, what was she in jail for? Was she falsely accused? No. She's a killer.
Yeah, because your daddy cheated and she had to deal with him. Okay.
Nah. Why did you throw that? Wow. Second straight.
Baton, I know you got a point to make.
Yeah.
Ghamzeh just threw me off.
Yeah, she does. She does get you.
I had to kill a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for me, it would like have to. It depends on the crime, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, wife is a criminal, but it could have been self-defense, or it could have been like mistaken identity and things like that. So just because you've got that, it's not like
doesn't mitigate
reflection on your character.
Facts.
But if it was like a thing where you're
purposely gone out there, you're like the female Jack the Ripper.
Then
we ain't getting married. None of that.
Again, we spoke about it. I think off mic, where everyone's got boundaries, right? Everybody's got standards, right? Yes or no? So let's compare it to credit. Yeah, you don't. If you got bad credit, bruv, the bank's not going to accept you, right? So let's keep it a buck. You are investing in a partner. You are and she's investing in you.
Facts,
right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to one day go, okay, am I willing to live my life for the rest of my life with this situation or with this past? And when you say everyone has I'm a G. When you say I have a past, I want to know what I want, because let's keep it a buck. In the ends, growing up, we knew who was who.
Do you know what? I have actually questions.
We knew who was who.
Yeah, you can't be telling me on NBA 2K.
I was walking on road one day, Gams, and my brother Teeks went to me, brother, I saw you with bruv, no. Did you try to wife that? I said, bruv, let me, can I live? He was. Can I not?
He laughed.
Can I not do the,
He was.
He goes, brother, and he gave me the spiel. I was like, yeah, all right, safe, say no more. So I say that to say, we've always grown up with a level of standards, and when you're choosing somebody, especially when you become grown, a past where we're not dumb enough to sit here and go, your missus or your significant other hasn't slept with other people.
You was a virgin when you met me.
I was talking to someone, actually, the other day about numbers, right?
Yeah.
It matters to guys.
Yes.
I don't think it matters to women as much.
I think that's the point I was just about to make. I'm so glad you said that.
Go.
It does matter to women.
Listen,
it does.
Matter?
it does matter to women, because if I like, say for instance, I've been trying to get closer to a particular woman, and it doesn't go the way I want.
I like that.
Too. And then this particular woman happens to be your friend, and I come and try and chat to you. You're like, no.
Oh no! Listen, I had this conversation with this conversation with me. I said, listen, I've got an ex-husband.
Right.
If you like him, go for it. You could be my sister, you could be my auntie, or you could be my mum.
Yeah, but
I always say, for me personally, if there's emotions there, then that's taking the piss.
Yeah.
But if my feelings have done, go do what you're doing.
But why would you? But my question to that is, why would you want that person to go with that said person?
It's not about me wanting, but if someone I know, a friend of mine, comes and goes, you know what, I've met up with your ex-husband. We're like clicking. I'll be like, I know the positions you should try.
Yeah.
Like, go for it. Right? Because it's you. Why am I holding on to him?
I'm sorry, we're not skating over that.
No, for me, I'm not fussed.
So she's gonna turn up with him to the brethren barbecue.
Then he might see his child that way.
The BBBQ.
You never know, right?
The BBBQ.
She's not easy.
Wow.
Wow.
Put my shades on now.
Wow.
That's been 50
Okay. Next topic.
Listen. Yeah, I can't speak for everyone. Yeah?
I need a minute.
I know the man them's pride.
Are you not deep in what she just said?
I can't. I'm not trying to go there.
You're not deep in what she just said.
My ticket's for another journey. I'm not going down a journey, bro.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Next topic in it.
All I'm saying is, I know the man them's pride is different. Yeah. We would not be willing to see one of the man them pull up with our ex.
No.
Knowing full well we've seen this person naked a bunch of times. Especially if your ex gives that great no. And your bridges even, you're like, damn man, I know he's getting that. I can't do it. I can't do it. Me personally.
No. My partner cannot be.
And then I'm looking at you crazy because I'm like,
facts.
How long have
my bad?
How long have you been looking?
That's Ghamzeh's energy.
Ghamzeh's killing me. Right?
How long have you been looking at my missus when she was my missus to then move on to make her your missus? Like I'm all working out.
But I feel like that's like we're adults. Like when I'm with you, I'm not gonna look for other people. But like feelings change when you're single, and then you start having feelings for a person that you never thought you would have feelings for.
Okay, but if my brethren, right? But you're the woman in this trifecta. But if my brethren ends up with you, me as a man, I have to start thinking, them times you was hollering at me and like, yo, bro, I'm on my way. I'm like half an hour still, but go chill in it because my girl's there. Now I'm running those things back. Oh, hang on a minute. So when man wasn't there, was he having pancakes without me, bro?
Right, that's crazy.
Do you see what I'm saying? You start thinking those things. Because you end up with them, now you're like, all these things here start...
Pancakes would annoy me. Because they're not easy to make, you know?
Brother.
You cross the line at pancakes.
Brother. Okay.
Let me bring this whole thing back to full circle, yeah? Bonnie Blu.
Please come on the show, Bonnie Blu, or Lily Phillips, or both of you.
Bruv, you're gonna have to do most of the talking.
That's fine.
Show, bruv,
that's fine.
Them for bun up.
That's fine.
Bun them up.
But
them feet.
Them for bun up.
At least what I respect about them is they're not hypocritical.
No, which is fine.
And the world needs more
hoes
as well.
She's just a reflection of a certain part of society.
That's what I'm about.
No, I'm not spotting you for that.
You said it. I'm trying to make you
look. The wife is watching.
Too late.
Why'd you type his hand?
Too long. You realise, you know what? Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
It's too late for that.
Society is fucked.
Yeah.
We know.
And she's a reflection of it.
She's a reflection of it.
Yeah. See, in certain aspects.
Just a squirrel trying to bust a nut.
And at the end of the day, live your life, girl. How you want to live.
Yeah.
It's
Calm.
the Drizzy and Morgan Show.
Ghamzeh, where we going? Memphis
I like
Bleek.
that interview.
Yeah, man, like Memphis.
I like that interview.
I think it was a good interview.
Yeah.
I feel like this is what really, really caught me.
It's the Drizzy and Morgan Show.
For Jay to be where he at, he couldn't be around us every day. We couldn't be. I'm a liability. Like, you know, me now being married, being a businessman, of course, things has changed, but the reckless Bleek, you couldn't be around us. Anything could happen and then it spills right back to you. So when Jay started doing these billionaire deals, basketball teams, moving teams from here to Brooklyn, you automatically knew the distance was warranted. It's not that he don't rock with you or don't rock with us. It's, hey, dog, I'm over here getting to these millions. Y'all still in the club popping bottles. I don't need that look.
How did you understand something like that, though, but like a Beanie didn't?
Right.
Right. Yeah.
How do you feel about that so far? Liability.
I get it.
Yeah.
Because being a DJ and also I had to, like, as times moved on, you're not only a DJ, you're also a promoter.
Right.
So certain Donnies are hollering for guest lists. And you know these man.
Yep.
It's if they are in attendance, more than likely
It's up.
Yeah, it's up.
Yeah.
So it's like I've just find a diplomatic way to tell them nah. So I get what he's saying. There's just certain people there for certain parts of your life,
and it's not like
season.
It's not like you want it to be that way.
No, because they're your day ones. Like you got love for them, but whenever they've got history. There's things that's happened, and you see them next day like, bro, like I've lost the venue, I've lost a stream of income because you don't know how to act. Yeah. Well, they're really apologetic, and then boom, happens again. So it's like I understand what you're saying. We had
a similar conversation, Maintain.
Yes.
Drizzy, I believe he was here. We spoke about it, about the fact that we can't sometimes as black people get out of our own way. And this is the thing where this is how when I watched Memphis Bleek on the Breakfast Club talk about being a liability and having liabilities.
Yeah.
He's talking about Hove. Hove is in a situation where he's trying to move forward and progress in his life. And he's got that feeling of, if I go further than here, I'm going to look like I'm better than you, or I don't want to be around here no more.
Mm-hmm.
Which some of it is the truth. Because being a liability and having and being somebody who is around people that are going to cause you a lot of problems because of their lifestyle and the way you want to go.
Yeah.
That goes back to the conversation we had about black fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the story went on and I wanted to cut it because I wanted to speak about it in a certain way. Memphis Bleek was talking about the clothing line and what happened?
Or the state property.
The state property clothing line.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And when he was looking at the label and it was like, hold on a minute, what's going on here? Fast forward, what happened?
Just everything is shut down.
Yeah, he fumbled.
The whole thing, and he didn't understand it at the time. Memphis Bleek didn't understand it at the time and didn't really check for it until he really sat there and was like, look, I don't blame Hove for just going and doing his thing, because at the end of the day, I know he's got my back anyway. We're from the same ends.
Yeah. He said it in a lyric, innit?
We were reckless. We were running around the streets, and you can't, when you're trying to make these deals, have people close to you fucking it up. And and to be fair, Hove has always been that way.
He's always been that way. Always been that way. He's been about the bag.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? Yeah, you're my boy or my girl or my sis. But if I have to move this way and it kind of puts an end to what you're doing, c'est la vie sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because I remember Dame Dash was talking about it. Like he had the Armadale vodka, right?
Yep.
And he's like, Jay, can't you just have it on the table in your video? And Jay's like, nah.
No.
And then he does the Ciroc thing. I can't remember what he did. He did something with somebody.
Yeah.
And, you know, I could see why Dame could be upset about that, because we're Rockefeller and I'm bringing out a liquor and you skate past mine to go to there.
Yeah.
So I've seen that from back being a big avid hip hop fan, hip hop historian. I love it all. Seeing that, I can see why people can take, I suppose, umbrage with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you seeing where he is now. Was it the means justifies the end, I suppose.
Facts.
So
Drizzy, how you feeling?
I mean, it's a story as old as time, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think that's something that we as a community need to do better with and understand like the society nowadays is giving off this thing where it's like, oh, being real is you have to tick these certain boxes to be classed as real by people that you don't even know or don't have access to you, but it's like you're trying to get their justification of you. Like being real is, for me, is they say money don't change people. That's a lie.
I disagree, but I'll let you cook.
Because like if I'm used to going McDonald's based on my current salary and now I'm worth 350 million, McDonald's is not seeing me no more. So I've changed. My food requirements have not changed. Me personally, my persona, how I move hasn't changed. But that's a change. Even though it's not something as crazy as my persona, but me changing where I eat from there to where I eat now, the money has changed me in that sense, right?
Right.
But I'm still accessible. If Morgs calls my phone, even if I'm worth 350 M's, Morgs is still going to get through to me. Yo, bro, what's happening?
If Morgs is not moving accordingly.
Exactly.
Now, this is the point I'm coming to. They're keeping it real that they want you to tick off the box in society is you're still hanging around the same man them.
Yeah.
Now, my man them, Morgs, for example, I've known Morgs at least double
20
figures now.
Yeah, it's 20.
Right. Now, I could have said to Morgs, bro, pre this whole podcast thing, bro, I feel like the next thing for the future is men and women having
sex with baby oil.
What?
Sorry.
It should be a conversation we have on the microphone.
My bad.
But like, I would be like, yo, I believe the future of this whole media thing is a thing called, I don't know what it's going to be called, but it's going to be people sitting there in front of the camera with microphones talking about things that's going on in the world or speaking about things they've personally dealt with.
Right.
And I think that's the way to go. He might be like, yeah, bro, I'm down. Whoa. Now I start getting the ball rolling. I'm talking about my microphones, talking about cameras, lights, this, that, and the third. He's not on it. He's now like, nah, bro, I want to do this next thing. I want to be on road, bro. The money's on the road, bro. What you want me to go sit in front of the camera? The money's on the road, bro. We're getting this money quick, fast now. Bro, that ain't for me, you know. I want to do this thing. This is legal.
Yeah.
I don't have to sleep with one eye open. He ain't on it. This thing pops off now. You're not my brethren anymore. I'm not saying you're not my brethren because I've done this podcast thing that's blown up.
Yeah.
You're on the streets. I'm just saying, bro, you weren't thinking like me. You wanted to stay on the street corner. I wanted to be in a safe space with lights, cameras, action. Let's go. Being real is having these conversations with your man them or your gal them saying, look, I'm going in this direction, but the way you move and talk, I can't bring you with me.
And this is the thing.
I can't bring you with me.
And this is the thing. Like, what I want to get the point I really want to try and get across is, right? Is
you just say, bro, what you trying to say?
The point I'm trying to get across.
There you go.
Is liabilities come in all shapes and sizes,
Facts.
right? So you can have a brethren, you love to death, you fuck with him, you move with him, and then one day you know that brethren can't really be in this new circle.
Yeah.
And how is that brethren going to feel when you move away from him to be in this new circle? How is he going to understand it? Is he going to be able to play number two? Because I can sit here and with the same scenario that Drizzy's given and you both come to me with a plan. And the plan is I'm going to spearhead this thing. My ego is not big enough to go, no, man, I want to be the face of it. I'm cool. If we're going to make bread together, I'm cool playing number two and chill. Yeah, the problem with our community and a lot of people in our community, they don't want to do that. They see light, they see limelight, and they want to be front and center of it. And that's why we fuck up our businesses 9 times out of 10. And it's like, it's a what is it? A pattern that happens throughout. And it's a mindset that I know we don't have in here, but it's a mindset that typically happens in our culture, and why it looks like, why Hove is always looked like the one to blame. Why is Rock Nation always the one to blame? Blame the guy with all the bread.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's an interesting thing because like I'm of the mindset of if I win the lottery, say I win 200 M's.
Yeah.
Those in my circle that I know that have been with me through thick and thin, I have to drop something off to you.
Thank you.
Because I don't feel like I could sit there spending this money that I have while you lot are still moving on the same type of money you had, knowing full well the money that I have. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to give you half the thing. I'm not stupid. But I'm going to give you something. If you want a barbershop, I might buy you a barbershop. I said, bro, I don't trust you with money, but I'm going to buy you a barbershop. You know why? Because it's going to set you up. It's going to set Shire up. That's you for life. You're good. You know why? Because you've been with me through thick and thin. You've never switched up on me. I've got this P.
Okay.
I know this is your dream to have a barbershop. I'm going to give that. That's my gift from me to you.
Right.
But some people feel like being real means that you're moving up in the world. They expect Stormzy to still be in Thornton Heath. And he moves out of Thornton Heath. He's sold out. No, sir. My bank balance is now 300 milli. I have no right living in Thornton Heath when I can go and build a house to my exact requirements, my dream home. How dare you tell me I'm meant to live in the ends when I'm worth 300 million, when I can go and afford to build my house from scratch? I've dreamed of it. We've all got a dream house. I think that's one of the most common things amongst human beings. We all have a dream house. Like, it would be in this island, it would be this country, we'd build up like this. But how dare you tell me I'm meant to still live in Thornton Heath? And I'm worth 300 million, and I'm making deals with.
Is it nice in Thornton Heath?
Thornton Heath is cool. It's South London here. I'm not going to say it's great, but
where would you move in South Thornton Heath? If in South, where would you move to if you had bread?
I'm moving like Croydon sides.
Croydon?
Wow. Yeah,
for real.
Yeah. Croydon's coming up, man.
Is it?
Yeah,
I didn't know. Like,
yeah, Croydon's coming up, bro.
What about you, Heights?
Stay right here, bro.
Oh, he's already done it.
But if you had to pick somewhere in South, where would it be?
In South?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going anywhere there.
If I had to pick somewhere,
I'm not going South.
I've always liked Putney for some reason.
To people next to him.
Putney's nice, actually.
Like,
yeah.
Always like Putney,
really
and it's
nice.
really close to Hammersmith, so I can get West quick.
Really nice, actually.
That's my thing.
Is it away from everyone? Yeah.
Putney.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. No.
It doesn't look like it's where it is.
Yeah.
Is there a few black people there?
There's more than here.
No, it's mixed. It's mixed. It's very mixed. But I wouldn't even want to live in London.
You hear that?
If I'm rich.
There's more than here.
Oh, wow.
Bro, that's the problem.
For real.
That's more than here.
I'm staying. That's why I'm staying here.
Yeah, but it's a hypothetical question, bro.
Sorry.
I'm not asking you
no.
Your country manner.
My bad, yo.
Sorry.
But then,
safe, bro.
With this whole Memphis Bleek thing,
forgive me, Gams.
It also kind of sheds the light. I don't think his intentions were that, but I feel like it also shines lights on people like Dame. Because, like you said, a liability comes in all shapes and sizes.
Facts.
You might not be an ex-con who's known for being an ex-con, so you just standing next to me makes me look crazy. You might just be too loud in the room, bro.
Yeah.
I need you to just chill out and let me do the talking. But you're so loud, you now got that Donnie, I'm doing the deal with guy. If you want to do this deal, it's got to pipe it down. Or, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My thing is, sorry, Drizzy. My thing is like, Bleek showed a lot of maturity in what he said.
I respect
and
it.
he hasn't really been always like that. No. So it shows he's been on somewhat of a journey, right?
Yeah, he's married now and everything.
Yeah, married. And just to touch on, something Drizzy said earlier, like money changes people. I don't think it's the money, bro. I think it's the power that comes with the money.
Okay.
Like people get intoxicated off that. I mean, like, I could have loads of money, but like, I can't get into the circles I want to and that, and I'll just be...
You're still an idiot.
Yeah.
That's the worst, an idiot with money.
Yeah, idiot with bread
You know
is
what I'm saying? I think
crazy.
it's the power that comes with the money. You get into certain rooms and you get away with certain things like, right, no one going to pull me up on
Diddy.
No Diddy.
You are now listening to the Drizzy and Morgan Show.
So this conversation started on the Don't Quote Me podcast. For the life of me, I don't know why this conversation even came up, but cool. We're here now. Let's talk about it. Jim Jones, you can't tie Nas's shoelaces in a really busy shopping centre at 5 o'clock rush hour on a Tuesday evening. It's just not that.
It's, what do they say?
It's just not that.
They just operate as artists. They're operating in different spaces. I mean, like, Nas is a generational talent, who's stayed particularly true to what he is and was able to sell records doing that. Jim Jones has got one...
Okay, we'll go for it.
Yeah, it's fine. You know what I mean? It's like
we're here for that.
Even there was even a clip that's on my way here on the train. I saw a clip of Nas talking about. He's actually addressed it, and he goes, "Where do I even start with Jim Jones? Like, what's my if I was going to diss him?
Did he say that?
He said, if I'm going to diss him, what is my first bar to Jim Jones?
Oh my God!
It wasn't AI.
He didn't say that.
No, it wasn't AI.
Okay, all right.
Right? Yeah. And he was like, yeah, if Eminem comes to me, I'm going to be like, pause. I'm going to be like, oh, wow, I better get my game up. Or Pusha T wants a beef. I'm like,
he started mentioning names.
But Jim Jones?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
He was like, come on.
What
am I going to say to Jim?
But I get what he's saying. He's trying to say, like, they're Gen Z. Like, do the Gen Z know who Nas is?
But do the Gen Z know who Jim Jones is?
100%.
Okay,
I know.
So here's how this thing started.
I get that both of them are unknown to the youngsters.
So here's how this thing started, Ghamzeh.
He's a legend, but
Jim Jones loves attention too much. That's
someone in this on this pod said, is that the name of the pod you said?
Yeah, it's called Don't Quote Me.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were saying it like you're not sure what okay,
no, it's called Don't Quote Me.
This Donnie, who's of the Nas generation.
He's like 23 years old.
Of the Nas generation.
Oh, who?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the guy who posed the question.
Right.
Was asking about Nas and this kid who's on there, probably King Dre's age.
How old is King Dre?
Damn, he's a bit.
Damn.
King Dre, by the way, people, looks older and bigger than 16. Yeah, allow it.
Yeah, he's on that.
Talk respectfully.
He's on that planting and hard food.
Yeah, he's doing a lot. Respectfully.
Cornmeal porridge and
that's crazy.
hard though, bread.
Let's go.
All right, so he said like, he said that Jim Jones is more relevant than Nas right now. And the guy was saying to him, well, let's go record for record. And he's like, look, obviously he's got Ballin', he's got Pop Champagne, he's got classics like that, he's got Summer War Miami, which is a bad boy tune. Mm-hmm. So the elder statesman was like, well, Nas has got this. And it's like, well, without Nas, you don't get Jim Jones. Because Nas set up the template and he was one of the first to walk in order to help this hip-hop generation be a thing.
Right.
So fast forward now, he's saying to the guy, well, the kid saying, I think he was like 23, Jumpman. He was like, Jim Jones is giving us way more than raps. He's giving us the style and the fashion and the wop and yada yada yada. Cool. God. So now Joe and Jadakiss, Fat Joe and Jadakiss,
who I'm so disappointed with.
Why?
The most. Because they should have just said to Jim Jones, allow it.
Well,
they at the beginning of the thing they said we're not talking about stars. We're not talking about camera.
I hate this,
but we're going to talk about Nas.
This is my problem, Drizzy. Yeah, and I get it. Joe, Fat Joe, and Jadakiss, they're technically his peers, right?
Yeah.
I get that. They're even similar age. Nas is 51. Jim Jones is 48, right?
Yeah.
So let's not even do that, right? But what disappointed me even in that conversation is, bro, Ski, you and Nas aren't the same, brother. You can't okay. If they want to do numbers, because that's what the conversation came up with numbers. Jim Jones has no number one hits, 3 top 10 hits, and 9 titles, 9 releases. Yeah, right. Nas has 6 number one hits, 16 top 10 hits, and 24 titles. Yeah?
Yeah.
Nas has sold over 250 million copies worldwide. That's just not United States. That's outside the United States.
Right.
When I tried to Google how many copies Jim Jones has sold, Google told me, shut your mouth.
You shut it again.
Google said to me, bruv, I don't even know that. I can't find that information because it's not that many.
And that's the debate done right there.
Right.
And we're not even getting into it culturally either.
I'm gonna shoot Jim Jones some bell.
Sorry, say again?
I'm gonna shoot Jim Jones some bell based on those stats you just gave.
Go ahead.
Wow. Jim Jones is top 10 records are Jim Jones records. All of Nas's are features.
What, his top 10s?
All Nas's top 10 records are features.
I don't think that has beers any
I'm
weight.
just saying, bro.
I don't think that beers any weight.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. It gives him some bravado in his statement. He's saying, me as a rapper, I have my own top 10 songs. I have Ballin' and Pop Champagne in the top 10. Those are my songs.
Okay.
Your top 10s in there, you're a feature on someone else's song.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, I
You don't care.
Think it matters.
So if that,
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters, bro.
So I win a race by myself, and you want a race with the help of other people. It doesn't matter.
Your coach helped you.
If you believe that and you care about that, calm. That's cool. That's your opinion.
I feel that's a valid point.
I don't care about
you don't care?
No,
okay, cool.
I don't care about that.
But it's a valid statement, though.
I don't care.
It's valid.
How?
Definitely valid.
Brother, Nas has got one solo record of his own in the top 10. What are we doing?
Let me just say.
What's so hard
Drizzy's point is valid. It doesn't matter.
I just played you 4 records that don't even pisses all over those tunes you just mentioned to me. And
we're not talking about
you're chatting to me about what he did in the top 10.
No. Let's not do that. You're moving the goalposts. Now you're talking about quality of records. We didn't say that. Let's not move the goalposts to benefit your argument.
We did talk about quality.
Yeah, but in regards to this,
talk about numbers.
Don't move the goalposts to benefit your argument.
We're talking about numbers.
All I said was, Jim Jones stated, regards to, he's the one that brought it onto himself, regards to Billboard.
Yeah, I'm glad you
and
said
that's
that.
why everyone went to check the stats. All I'm saying to you is, Jim Jones, as a solo artist, not in Dipset, Bird Gang or none of that, as a solo artist, has 2 top 10 records. As a solo artist. All of Nas's top 10 records, he is a feature. Whether it's J-Lo, whether it's whoever, it's a feature. So Jim Jones, in that argument, it carries weight.
Well done.
Because you are running a race with the help of a bunch of people, and I ran a race by myself, I won.
Well done.
Don't now bring in the quality of the records. That's not the argument, bro.
Woman's going to cry.
Just an argument.
But the other thing is, right, to respond to that.
Please.
Right.
Quickly.
Damn.
Maintain. That's why you're here, bro. Because, bruv, yeah. Cool.
I don't know why that was so hard to understand, though.
But
like,
when
what's Nas's biggest record to go up against Ballin'?
All of them.
What is Nas's biggest? I don't want all. All is a blanket statement.
All right. Let me just make the point I was trying to say.
All is everyone has a part.
Let me just make the point.
What is the Ballin'? What is the equivalent to Nas's to Jim Jones's Ballin'? That's all I asked you, my brother.
Illmatic.
What are we doing, bruv? Ballin' as a successful record, what is Nas's equivalent, bro? I'm not asking difficult questions.
Okay, if I was to say what the equivalent, all right,
talk to me.
If I have to say what the equivalent was, I'd have to say If I Ruled the World featuring Lauryn Hill. That's the first song that comes off the top of my mind. Now let me finish.
Go on.
A feature is not as, it doesn't carry the weight that you're giving it for the terms of this argument. Like, the song, as a producer, the song's normally done.
I should be wearing shade.
Yeah? The song's normally done. The concept is there.
See my eyes, bro.
And I think, you know what? It needs something. And you holler at a Lauryn Hill or you holler at J-Lo or whoever, and you bring them in like, listen, I've got this song, and I think you fit it. This is what I want you to sing.
Right.
So that's how features work. The feature don't come in and dictate
what
the song's going to be.
No, right. But all I'm saying is Jim Jones by himself has carried himself into a top 10. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Drizzy, all I'm saying is, what does that matter to me in this conversation? Well, I don't understand, because this is why I say this. You're giving me statistic stuff. I could talk about footballers with higher stats than another footballer, but that footballer with the lower stats is a much better player than that player. I don't care what Jim Jones has got in his locker when it comes to where he positioned in the charts or his number. He's not.
Let's just have a one-way conversation then.
He should not be. He should not be spoken. No.
It's not one way.
He should not be spoken in the same breath as Nas. End of. That's my opinion.
So as a man, he is meant to just fold and go, yeah, Nas.
He's supposed to say he's the best. When rappers come out, they have a bravado. They sit there when the mic's on and they go, I'm the best rapper.
Bro,
but deep down, off mic, he knows Nas is not.
But you're contradicting yourself then.
It's not.
You contradicting yourself because you said as a rapper, it's a competitive sport. He's meant to say he's better than next person.
But factually, he's not. What he did. But factually, he's not.
It's got to be grounded in reality.
He's not. But he. So what do you want to do?
I don't think his argument was like I'm better. It's more about legacy than relevance.
He believes he's more relevant than Nas.
Yeah, I don't think.
And if you look at everything. So if you want to move the goalposts, bars, dress code, swag, yada yada yada, online presence, yada yada yada, he might be winning more categories than Nas. Does that make him better than Nas as a rapper? No, we're not saying that. All we're saying is there's certain categories Jim Jones has Nas beaten at. It's that simple.
All right. Let's leave it here because I'm from a different cloth. And when you put Nas, Biggie, Hove in a conversation, and then you mention Jim Jones, you got Drizzy here sitting next to me telling me about chart positions. Don't piss me off,
bro. You just listed off chart positions.
Let's keep it moving.
Yeah, let's move on. We're moving on.
You just listed off chart positions,
I brought up chart positions because the podcast spoke about chart positions.
Yeah, but then I am using your argument regarding that, and
their argument.
Do you know what we think we should do?
Their argument.
We should do an arm wrestle to see who wins,
bro.
No.
I'm done, man.
Let's have the conversation.
Oh, you want to have it now?
No, they brought up statistics.
Right. And then I said to you as a counterpoint that based on those statistics, while it favors Nas, Jim Jones has by himself, uno dolo, himself solo, 2 in the top 10 that are his records. Yeah. So on that basis, he's not featuring on other people's songs to get to the top 10. He's got 2 by himself. Right. So all I'm saying is, in some way, shape, or fashion, in his head, he believes that's enough for him to have this argument.
But do you?
And then you said...
Stop.
In regards
now
to the...
you?
I'm going to answer. May I answer?
No, yes or no?
I'm the captain of the plane. Can I land?
It's a yes or no.
I'm the captain of the plane. Can I land?
Go for it.
In regards to this conversation of him being more relevant than Nas,
it gets tense.
In regards to him saying he's more relevant than Nas,
I love it.
He's valid to say, yes, based on what I just said, I'm more relevant than Nas. And there's a lot of people that will tell you Jim Jones is probably more relevant than Nas.
Jim Jones is clout chasing. He said on a separate piece of content that he's got some sort of show coming up and he loves the feedback that he's getting because everybody's in his DMs telling him he's not the same. And he's got 48-year-olds in his DMs telling him he ain't the same.
Know who's made him relevant again? It is what it is with Cam and Mace. That's what got him back on the radar. Right. When they was going through their little thing. And Cam was saying, "You're not even from Harlem, B. You're from the Bronx. Right. Like, you're Jomo. Like, you're not, I mean, I brought you around because I liked you, not because you're particularly good at anything. And then Mace taught you how to rap. Like, relax.
But maintain.
And he wants to tell me about chart position when man told him
He's making a point. Drizzy was just making a point. He's just making
someone sees.
So what do you think about the Travis?
Like, we can't have a conversation if we're being biased to one person. So let's have both arguments. You can't just be so biased to one person and you don't want to have a counterpoint for the other person.
All right,
like he believes in something. You just said rap is a competitive sport and you're meant to be a man.
I'll give you an unbiased take. I'll give you an unbiased take. Try. Jim Jones is a half decent artist.
Yeah.
So we went through all that just for you to say at least he's half decent. What we did?
So Travis Scott, what we saying?
Travis Scott.
What we saying about Travis getting?
What about his beef?
Fuck Travis Scott.
People in the comments, tell me. People in the comments. People in the comments, tell me how you feel. If you feel like Drizzy, then let us know. If you feel like me, let me know. If you feel like I'm missing the point, let us know in the comments. Drizzy and Morgan Show. Ghamzeh, where are we going next?
I thought we were fighting next, but we're going to
He's fighting over Jim Jones and I'm fighting over... That, bro, this is what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, it's crazy,
what were you about to say, my dear? What was you about to say?
Crazy.
I don't know, I just wanted to move
on. But you did well. We're going to get views for this.
Scott, that's what we
We're going to go viral with this one.
These two Donnies are bonkers.
Travis Scott. Sorry.
Yeah. His new, what is it? His the lyrics,
new album.
The diss.
The Clipse diss to Travis.
Yeah.
Okay. What are we saying?
They've got an album coming out, I believe, July the 11th.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
It is called
Let God Deal With Him.
Let God Deal With Him.
Right.
They've had 2 records out, and the latest one is called So Be It. Mm-hmm. So Be It had some
choice words.
Yeah. Towards it felt like Kanye West and Travis Scott. Or am I got it wrong?
That's straight Travis Scott.
Straight Travis.
That's all.
Because when he mentioned Calabasas,
that could be anyone. That could be Hove. That could be all of them moved to Calabasas. Yeah. Sunshine City, but that was definitely Travis. The whole thing was Travis.
Yeah. How do we feel about everybody saying that he's becoming clout chasing because every time he wants to put something out? Bullshit.
People need to, when you say what you want, either stand on it or don't say nothing. Because you lot say, some of you lot go, rap isn't really personal as it used to be.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about where they are now, but they're not talking about the struggle, the this, that, and the third, what's going on in their life, yada, yada, yada. The same argument they always have about Drake is Drake always says the same thing, just different ways he finds ways to say it.
Right.
How he likes to attract a certain type of girl, how he's outside and this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. So now you're getting real raps and you're getting people talking about real things that are going on in their life. Pusha T is telling you what he has seen with his own two eyes regarding this Donnie.
Yeah, it's fake.
It's lit. Him.
Yeah, it's fake.
They're talking about him.
Can we give them context?
Bro. So, Travis Scott is a student of Kanye West. Travis Scott used to work for Good Music. There's pictures of the whole lineup of Good Music, and Travis Scott's right there next to Pusha T. Pusha T was the president of Good Music. Yeah. All this being said, yeah, Pusha T is been that guy before linking up with Kanye, yeah?
Right,
him linking up with Kanye may have helped propel or give him more exposure to a certain demographic, but Pusha T has always been one of our best MCs. Now, the clutch they tried to hit him off with is he's always talking about cocaine. I've heard Pusha T rap about stuff other than cocaine.
Yeah.
When he's talking that cocaine talk, I've never touched that stuff before. I'm like, yo, this shit's that's white.
Damn.
You can see why Diddy and them lot was on that. You know what I mean? Cocaine, weed, everything, naked.
But kids,
crazy.
Don't do cocaine, don't do drugs, okay? You got a long life ahead of you. Don't do drugs. Unless it's prescribed by the pharmacy or for the local Rasta man, the herbs and that. Now, so he's part of Good Music, which is Kanye's label. Fast forward now, he wants to break away, do his own thing. Now, during this time, he's said that his guys are people he look up to is Kanye. So obviously he was happy to be under Kanye's stewardship and Pharrell. Because who doesn't love Pharrell?
Facts.
It's Pharrell.
Chad Hugo.
Do you know what I mean? And Chad. Let's not forget Chad the Neptunes. But some people identify specifically with Pharrell because he was the one that was always outside, right? Cool. So you then have an album coming out, Mr. Travis Scott, the rapper with two first names, and you're like,
crazy.
I need to go see where Pharrell is because I'm so excited to show one of my idols this song. Now, this album is the album after Astro World. And as I just said to you lot, Travis Scott was under the stewardship of Kanye West, who's one of his idols.
Right.
But on Astral World, one of the biggest songs on there is Sicko Mode. And who is Drake talking to on Sicko Mode? He's dissing Kanye West.
Right.
Okay. Then you go meet man like Pharrell. Pharrell's in there with his OG Donnies, Pusha T and Malice. If you've seen Brick by Brick, these men go back in time.
Facts. Virginia.
They go back, yeah? Push it in the brick. You seen not brick by brick, piece by piece. Sorry, you seen that film, right?
Yep.
Pharrell says, I had this song for Jay-Z. He called up Pusha T. Pusha T's on the corner dealing with flour.
Self-raising.
Self-raising flour.
That white girl.
The white girl. Shout out to Amber Rose. And he tells Pusha T, I've got this beat. If you don't get here in the next however minutes, I'm giving it to Jay-Z. Pusha T flew over there. And then we get grinded.
Right.
That's the song.
Is that the story?
That's the story. Piece by piece, the Lego film, bro.
Okay, I'll check it.
That changed his life, right?
For real.
Now, if a man changes your life with a song and you've been around you and stuff, like you've grew up together and it's like, yo, this song's gonna change your life, your loyalty to that guy is different level. And you're my brethren. The loyalty is insane. So Travis flies to Paddy. That's how us rich folks call it. You peasants call it Paris. And he shows Pharrell, he's walking around with this briefcase. That looked fly though. His album was in the briefcase. That was fly. Travis, fair's fair. That was some dope. That was a dope move right there. Goes to Paris now. Pusha T and man like Malice. We dropped the no because we're getting malicious again. Malice is there. You're playing this album to Pharrell. And as Pusha T says, you're jumping around like a monkey, which makes that vision.
That's crazy.
It makes it funny.
And slightly racist. But
it's true. I mean? Crazy. Black on black racism is a real thing.
It's mad.
But then you play this song called Meltdown which allegedly did not have a Mr. You Know Who's verse on it. Yeah. Mr.
Drake.
Mr. Drake.
Okay, right.
So we're hearing Meltdown
without
Drake.
Without Drake, got it.
The story that's going around is Drake's verse was a lastminute.com addition to the song.
Got it.
Which we've heard that before happen. Just as you're about to turn in the album, that feature that you wanted comes, you're like, whoa, pull the brakes. I need 30 minutes of whoa, sound engineer.
Yeah.
The problem with that story sticking is, because then if that's true, that gives Travis a bit of a blight to be like, I did not know what this man was saying on that verse. Dissing Pharrell, saying, I've got your iconic chain pieces, I'm going to melt it down and that. But you then follow up that verse with something about the 7, which ties into the verse that was just made. So therefore, you're fully aware that he was dissing Pharrell.
He had the verse.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
And you're dissing Pharrell, who's essentially the Clipse's boss. Pusha T's like, nah, just like he did with Kanye, I'm taking on the beef as well. Yeah. So here we are. So now Pusha T is just talking his truths. Now, is it convenient that it's now happening with an album?
With a rollout?
Yeah, of course it is. But these are real raps. We want real raps, right? Yeah. Mr. You Know Who, the boogeyman, has showed us there's a space for real raps.
Yeah, but when has hip hop music not had scandal behind a rap or beef behind bars? 50 Cent did it.
Yeah, but
like, hip hop's always been go on. Hip hop's always been it's been a confrontational genre. Yeah. Like from the days of breakdancing. Yeah. You're going at each other, right? You want to be the best B-boy crew. Yeah. Then it goes from that to I want to be the best rapper. Yeah. And it's always had that element in the culture.
And where subs have been dropped. Yeah. And you don't. Yeah. But I found out the other day there's a DMX track where we subbing Ja Rule in it. Yeah, no, he's subbing Corrupt.
Corrupt, yeah.
Yeah. What's that? Y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
Yeah, that's a Corrupt.
Twisted your girl. No, but when is that for M?
No, it was Corrupt.
Is it for Corrupt? Because let's say it was
Corrupt
and Foxy Brown were together.
Yeah.
Talking about Corrupt.
We need to have a conversation about Foxy Brown at some point. Because I don't like the disrespect. Foxy Brown, like she never existed. It was mentioning female rappers. She never gets a mention.
No,
Big Foxy Brown.
Foxy.
2 glass of dark chocolate looking sexy on a Sunday. Twice on a Tuesday. Tell out of here, man. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's not digress because you know me and my brain's like a bag of cats. But
it's always been a competitive sport, so it's always had that element in it. So for me, seeing that is nothing different. No, it's how I've always known the genre.
There's a bigger conversation to be have here.
Okay.
Loyalty.
Talk to me.
I feel like in rap,
there's none.
Yeah. The loyalty thing,
it ain't there.
It's not there. Nah. And with Pusha showing his loyalty to Pharrell, like we've seen through the years, Pharrell is never a second away from Pusha T. He's made them man almost like the poster boys for Louis Vuitton. As soon as Pharrell got that Louis Vuitton gig, them man have not been wearing anything else but Louis V since. How it's meant to be. What we had the conversation before. You can't bring everyone with you, but those ones you can bring
conversation,
with you, bring them. Those ones who aren't a liability, they're gonna appreciate and 100%. Share the fruits of your labor. Pusha T is never too far from Pharrell. Pharrell is never too far from Pusha T. The yin to the yang.
Facts.
So you letting him diss Pharrell is crazy because then if you go back further, when MTV used to do them little Sweet 16 kind of little MTV cribs and that, they did one with Drake. And guess what? Drake is a student of hip hop. I'm not going to take that away from him. Drake's flipping through all these CDs and he's got a table with bare pictures of artists he loves. And he's got Pharrell there and he goes, yeah, these are the artists that I really like, I love and da-da. But Pharrell in particular, that's my guy. Couple years later, you're dissing Pharrell.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you dissing him, knowing that the other guy helped you become Father of the Year is crazy because you know he's going to be in your back.
I don't like when they diss producers as well because like Pharrell's not even a guy he don't come for nobody. Pharrell's calm. He's happy.
He's
you can't dictate what goes on the music.
Bro, why are you dissing him? Yeah. Leave him alone. But I respect
easy
that.
Target though.
But that's why I easy target. But that's why I respect it. Anyway, the album's gonna come out 11th of July. So I'm guessing we're gonna hear a lot more from what's that. I'm looking forward to it.
There's the Kendrick verse on there.
There's a Kendrick verse on there.
No whips, no chains.
That's right. So
and apparently a certain you know who shall remain nameless tried to get because they reckon the companies were trying to block it, the record companies.
Yeah, we missed it.
Clipse got dropped, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yes, they did.
Drake that verse. Drake told them we don't need that verse.
Yeah.
And Pharrell pushes like, no, we're not taking
that was
it out.
Def Jam they was on, right?
Yeah.
So they left Def Jam.
And they left UMG, Universal Music Group.
Yeah.
They obviously are in the lawsuit with Mr. You Know Who.
Yeah.
And they were like, we don't want it. Lawbury. And so they're like, all right, cool. Well, we'll get you out your deal, but you got to pay us a certain amount of P. They're like, all right, cool. Here's the P, but we're not taking out this verse.
Yeah.
And then who comes to the rescue?
It's the Drizzy and Morgan Show.
Did you hear about some Super Avenger collaboration with Hove, Clipse, Kendrick Lamar? Like a whole...
There's a war going on outside.
Yeah.
There's a war going on outside.
Yeah.
We don't need another... We don't need...
But if that is true...
It's lights out.
I'm here for it. Lights out, yes. Lights out. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Because the next man can't come to my city and take over the shit. Yeah, that's not happening. Not on my watch.
Bruv, Toronto...
Not on my watch.
Drake's not 6 God in Toronto.
Not anymore.
Body. Wild rapper names. Do you want to go through them? You ready? Should we have some fun? Ghamzeh. We're not going to spend long on each subject. We're going to keep it moving. All right.
We're going to move anyway.
All right. What's the first one you got?
Titty Boy.
What?
Yeah, that was on my list. I got front. That was on my list.
That's a crazy name.
Yeah.
It's 2 Chainz.
That's crazy. That's crazy. He's gone up in my estimation, by the way.
Yeah, he's 2 Chainz. Salute.
Sure. After the Alchemist one, I didn't know he could rap like that.
2 Chainz.
Big up 2 Chainz.
From the group Far Side, I got Booty Brown.
What? I'm sorry, what?
Booty Brown.
Wow.
What we did? Sir, what we did?
Crazy
of all the names under the sun.
Yeah, Booty Brown.
I
got Little Dicky.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why would you call yourself
Dave's funny
that?
though. Dave is a funny rapper.
Why?
All right, cool. He's funny.
Yeah.
And he's Jewish as well, so he's like,
Sorry.
he plays on
Wow.
it.
Yeah.
Lip pause. What? Plays on it.
I'm talking about his stick. Okay, all right, cool. You're right.
That's great.
All right, I'm gonna just take his Jamaica real quick. Obviously, you know, I like Ding Dong. That's crazy.
I feel like we've been here before.
Crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Ding Dong's crazy.
That's crazy.
What about 69 Boys?
Damn.
That's on my list as well.
Damn.
That's on my list as well.
Wow.
All right,
you lost list.
Wait, can we just deep that?
Yeah.
69 boys, like they just sound like they just go around doing 69 all the time.
Yeah,
it's going in people's yards.
To call yourself that, you must have earned it.
We live by that code.
Yeah, the 69
And you know, you write
code.
a couple of ones down, and the one that you go, we're gonna go for this.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's crazy.
You got more.
I've got from the rap group Home. I got.
I know what's coming. I'm forced.
Oh, no.
Whoa, you know what's coming.
Oh wow.
You better relax.
Wow.
How do you know?
How do you know?
How do you know, bro?
You know, innit? Say it. Sorry, Drizzy.
Wow.
You were going to say, from the group Home, one of the members was Malachi V.
I got Malishi the Nutcracker.
Literally his name. What? I say Malachi, he says Malishi, but Malachi V Nutcracker.
Yeah.
I got honourable mention when you guys are done, by the way. I got honourable mention. Okay, rapper, producer out of Detroit. His name is Black Milk.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, that's wild.
Depending on the scenario. Like a Diddy party.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Let's not forget the duo Beat Nuts. Ain't no way to stop it. Bro.
Right, there's a rapper. I swear to God, this is his name. His name is Crunchy Black.
Wow.
That's bad.
Crunchy, you know.
Let's not forget Mr. Jump Off himself, aka Mr. Cheeks. We can't.
Oh my God! How did I forget that one?
Don't forget Mr. Cheeks.
Mr. Cheeks, yo,
from the Lost Boys.
Lost, all right.
He stole my brethren's girl.
Yo,
damn.
Yeah.
Be called Mr. Cheeks. Yeah, you're breaking those ratings, bro.
You know, so quick story.
Go for it.
Westwood used to
love a story.
Sorry.
Yeah, pause.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Jones Vs Nas was the cheat and he took his girl. That's crazy.
So it was a party, a certain radio DJ, he's going through a lot of problems in a minute.
Yeah.
Used to have in Tottenham.
Yeah.
And they performed before the party.
Yeah.
And at the party, my brethren's girl was there. I said, I'll meet you at the after party in Tottenham. He gets to the after party, Mr. Cheeks just got his arm around her like that. And he's got her. She was bad, by the way. Bad.
It's always the bad ones.
She was a baddie.
It's always the baddies, man.
Right? And he's got his arm around her. He's just parading around the club with her.
I'm
like to my brother, ain't that wifey? Ain't that your chick? Like that. So my brethren approaches them.
Oh, on the strength.
On the strength. She introduces them.
Stop it.
Right?
Turn around.
Yeah, but that ain't your girl.
Something.
If your
It's not
girl's
your girl.
doing that,
Nah,
that ain't your girl.
It's not yours, it's ours.
No, it's funny though, right?
She's all.
She's giving you the
everyone's.
lyrics.
Yeah. She's like, how can I pass this opportunity up? Basically, the vibe. That's the vibe she was on. But that's not the most funniest thing. When they got introduced, they did the dap, right? when my brother pulled him in, he grabbed his dreads like this. Oh! It was like,
you dread motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing your dreads.
And we were watching like,
take
what
my girl,
the
I'm
hell
grabbing your
is gonna
dreads.
happen?
What's my locks got to do with your girl?
Bro, like I'm grabbing something.
Wow.
I didn't hear that. I was like, what?
One said I'm grabbing something.
That's crazy.
Something.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. Why are you saying that? You said it. Yeah. You don't even need to be in the shot now.
Have we got any more before we move?
Nah,
Ball greasy.
That's it.
Ball greasy.
So if you could give each other a rap name.
I keep the name I got.
Okay.
Yeah. Bruv.
Drizzy? No, can I just say, because don't give yourself.
Jim
you
Jones.
gotta give him.
Jim Jones.
Oh, God's sake.
Soldier Boy.
Oh my God.
Soldier Boy is crazy. That's crazy.
Crazy.
That man there,
Wow.
them soldiers that look for. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, old dirty bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though he's a G,
he's a G.
you could never say that to his face, though.
No.
Don't say that to his face.
Curtis
Ain't no
Blow.
father to the
Curtis
star.
Blow.
I didn't think of that.
A pioneer.
A pioneer for no doubt.
However,
I didn't think of it in that context.
Curtis Blow.
Curtis Blow.
Say it too many times, sounds crazy. Just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Do you blow?
Rest in peace to MVD.
Gams, where we going?
Yeah.
Where we going?
We're going. I don't know. Where are we going?
We've got a few more, and we're gonna wrap.
We're gonna do the subtopics.
Yeah,
All right,
I know.
cool.
Oh, we have a few. So we have Father's Day. Do we want to talk about that?
Nah.
Go on. No one cares about Father's Day anyway.
That's not the point.
No. I would disagree. I think Father's Day is in a much better place now than it was back.
I know. I care about Father's Day. I want all the trimmings. I'm a father. I do my thing.
Yeah,
but they don't care.
Who doesn't care?
My son
Oh.
the other day came through the door. Yeah, I said, "Where's my card?" He said, "Oh, mummy's got it." I said, "Bruv, it's for you to give me the card, bro. Fix up." See, but daddy's just got to go work and pay the bills.
I don't think there's no
10-year-old
economic
can just-
shift on Father's Day.
My
You know, like
10-year-old's
Mother's Day.
Yeah.
there's an economy shift.
economic
shift.
Valentine's Day, all them things there. I don't think there's no
Scams, I don't
economy
do that.
shift for Father's
that's
Day.
a
A
good
lot of
point.
people go out with their dads. I don't get it.
No,
Dad's pay.
They love.
Is he?
They love you
Dad
guys.
want to be masculine, right? So there you go.
Oh, I can't get nothing past Gavin.
Sorry, but you
always
want
a
to be big.
retort.
Yeah.
No, let me
This
throw
is
it back
why
on the
I'm
man
single.
then.
Get used to it.
We're talking about Father's Day, but let's talk
saying,
about
bro.
how scandalous and full of
You know when Valentine's Day comes, money's being spent.
Yeah.
Mother's Day, more peas being spent.
Yeah.
But I just believe, I could be proven wrong, Valentine's Day, Father's Day, there's no economy shift.
No, there is.
I think every year fathers should just leave their children and their wives at home and do our thing. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Have a football match or something.
Yeah, just do our thing.
go.
Do you not fucking do that every day?
Don't do that.
See what I mean, Gavs?
Wow.
Do you not do that every day?
We can't have one day of peace.
Gams.
One day of
Sorry.
peace.
Yeah.
This one peace. Peace. One day, Ghamzeh, peace. Just leave us be.
Do you not do that every day, though? The passion.
Love Island's back.
Don't shut up. Be you.
I don't know.
Love Island's back. Love Island's back. No, yes.
Do you watch
Do we
it?
care?
I don't watch it.
I don't watch
I
it
don't
because
care.
I'm just my.
I know Heights be tweeting on the regs with Love Island.
I trust my Cody.
Let me
trust him.
Let me guess. There's probably 2 sisters in there, 2 brothers, and those 4 don't like each other. And there's probably gallem on there who can dance in the rain and not get wet. What we doing?
Yeah, there's holes in there.
Where's the Jill Scott's body types and the Amber Rose body types?
There is your token black couple in there. There is.
Yeah, you gotta have the tokens,
There is.
innit?
But then you got one Donny, Dejon, that's...
Well, we're talking about it.
Right, he knows names.
Yeah, he's one Donny that...
Go.
They named him after mustard.
He's got dread, so I think
That's locks, brother. It's not dreads. It's not dread in my head, bro.
Yeah, but locks.
Locks.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about Sheik Luch. But yeah, same
Right.
thing. But
Bars.
I'm enjoying it.
Of course you are. That's your type of thing, bro.
Me and the missus linked up, bruv. Don't do that.
What?
But you know your big
Casting
age.
aspersions on your character.
You know-
He forgets that we were in the rooms during COVID watching this thing.
No.
Yeah, but that's because there's nothing to do.
I find Love Island very entertaining. It's just that I've got to a point where I'm like, it's the same copy and paste, bro.
Right.
And even the glorious, flying, delicious,
Tate Alicia's.
everything.
Yeah.
Miss Maya Jama. I feel like they brought her in too late for this thing.
Certified bad.
There's certain seasons of Love Island. If Maya Jama was there, the thing would have gone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But even with her being there, and a lot of times she walks in, shows up all the rest of them girls anyway. With her outfits.
The missus goes to be, your girlfriend's on TV, you enjoying it.
Then you should tap her back and go, oh, I'm sorry, this smells of jealousy over there. You okay? You want a cup of tea or something? Are we okay?
Wow.
Don't talk to her.
Wow.
I leave you to, you can
The sound effect is what got me.
Yeah. I'll put you on loudspeaker.
As soon as she tries to promise, like, oh look, you got little girlfriends on there, call me up and be like, hello, Lise.
Why do women do that though?
What's that?
Little girlfriends on there.
Mental.
And then when they go to a Jonesy reunion concert, they're losing their shit.
Or, and big him up, because he's man them, Skepta puts a little picture up there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, Skepta.
Yeah.
Oh, daddy's outside.
Or Usher come.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Can I use the bathroom?
Yeah. Sorry. Bro, this man don't know you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But you're okay to call him daddy,
Yeah.
but I see my job come on TV and it's like, oh, your little girlfriend's on TV.
Yeah.
I can hear the passion in their little message.
I can hear the passion in your voice right now.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I'm speaking on behalf of the man them. You lot can't have it both ways. You wanna objectify man them in our crew.
Listen, I don't mind. I can watch anyone.
Oh yeah, looking at girlfriends on TV. Hear yourself, Ghamzeh.
Okay.
I don't mind watching girls or boys.
What do you mean?
Like, if it's good looking, I'd be like, go for it.
Yeah.
Because it's TV. You ain't going to get her.
Says who?
Right? Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's true. It's true.
Right?
No, that's true.
What? So
And
what,
you're
you don't
married?
think a conversation with my Jama?
No, man.
No?
Zoom in.
I don't even look at other
Zoom
women.
in.
I don't look
What?
at other women.
We not, bro.
What?
Why are you taking it deep like that?
Yeah.
I said a conversation.
Whoa.
I said a conversation.
Taking it deep.
I said a conversation.
Yeah.
I don't
He got
understand.
scared. Did you see his eye twitch a little bit?
Yeah. I don't understand. You don't believe in yourself?
Nigga, you're a window shopper.
All right. Say no more. Say no more. It's all right.
Stormzy.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Big man.
I haven't seen the little short
Film, 20 minutes.
No, I haven't.
Dope.
Was it good?
Really good.
Okay.
Is he promoting music?
I think that's what it's for.
Yeah.
It feels like that. Like,
Yeah.
there's a nice message in there.
Definitely positive.
What's
But I
the
also feel like
message?
it's a vehicle for what next?
A rollout.
Yeah. But I like that you're doing something different. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you like a little short film as part of the rollout.
I clicked it straight away. I saw it, clicked it. Boom. It's about, because Ghamzeh's asking, it's like
20 minutes long.
20 minutes long. He's at home.
Yeah.
Does he play himself? He does.
I think he plays a version of himself.
But he doesn't mention him. He doesn't mention, Stormzy isn't mentioned. He's got his hair grown out, or he's got a wig.
Okay.
And he meets 2 young lads on the street because he's got removal men coming in and out his house.
Try to take it for some idiot.
Try to take it for some idiot. And then he actually kind of just takes them under the wing, takes them both to Brighton. Yeah. Just like shows them a good time. They obviously know I think what he's portraying is that he's retired. he's a retired artist, and he kind of gets the kids give him inspiration to make music again. I think that's the premise behind it.
And that's also his new song.
And his new song, there is a song that gets played towards the end of the...
Like we see him make a song.
Yeah.
Yeah. But kids, don't let that big man thing fool you, yeah? Don't be jumping in cars with strangers. Yeah? Make sure you vet them. But there was a piece in that film where he said, why is it Brighton you want to go? Why are you thinking of Barbados or this or that? And at first I was like, yeah, man, you lot should be. But then I'm like, bro, these kids, that's their higher highs. Brighton's their higher highs.
Because how old do they look?
12, 13, 12 to 14.
Yeah.
But then when you realize where they're from, which we won't say, it kind of feels like for them, that's their gateway. That glass ceiling is Brighton. The foot of Brighton, the sun sees, do you know what I mean?
Facts.
So, but yeah, man, so check it out. It's only like 20 minutes on YouTube. Like,
it's good.
Yeah, quick little thing.
Last but not least, Diddy. Anything on Diddy? The last thing I saw on him was the drug mule, saying he wasn't his drug mule. He's saying he didn't do it. He basically... I don't know why they had him on the stand anyway. Because what they're doing, they're wrapping up the prosecution. So everybody who's being prosecuted, they're wrapping that up this week. In fact, this week, because by the time this comes out, the defense are stepping in. They said they only need 2 days. Oh, wow. They only need 2 days to deliberate. I'm thinking to myself, does that mean that, in my head, does that mean that Diddy's got like as Diddy, is he gonna get out?
I reckon he's got a little...
If the defense have got 2 days, what does that mean? Like,
because I'm hearing a lot of saying like, what is he being charged with?
Yeah, the racketeer.
So all of this, is he actually going to be charged with anything? If not, he's free.
Bro, it's scary.
I was going to say 3 things.
I'm scared if he's free. I'm scared he's going to come for me if he's free.
One is... One is, it's mad how 50 Cent's baby mother...
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
Yeah,
that I was surprised by that.
Was you?
Yeah.
That 50 Cent's baby mum was a prostitute? Woo!
That she would like
go to another more famous person. Let's say
for the lawyers listening, allegedly we are.
Yeah, that's what I find crazy. Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what you said. That's what I find crazy. When like 50's stingy, you know what I mean? Like he must have made. She must have had a good life.
He's stressed.
But this is the whole thing. The whole thing is prostitution and flying people from here to there and this state to there and drugs and all that. This is what they do.
But that's normal.
That's why you're saying it's a surprise. I'm not surprised,
brother.
Have you seen? I feel bad for 50,
brother.
Slightly.
Some people might say it's probably a long time coming. Because you know what my problem
Because of what 50 puts out, the energy he puts out.
Bro, I just feel 50 Cent, going by what he puts online.
By the way, we love you, 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Well, you shook of him or something?
Bruv.
Okay. I just feel like the stuff 50 Cent puts out on his page is almost like he's one of those detrimental Donnies in our crew that laughs at our downfalls, bro.
Yeah.
He's
a troll.
He's a troll.
Yeah, but it always seems like to people within the community, bro. Like I don't feel like he has the same energy for them other lot, bro. That's my little issue I have with 50 Cent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's always busting joke on someone else in the community.
I think 50's thing is like when he was trying to break as an artist, he was shunned by New York because of a certain Queens
fair
gangster, right?
Yeah.
So when he got on, he was like, right, I'm not spearing none of you.
Yeah.
And
he's always had a chip on his shoulder.
He always had a chip about Diddy.
Maintain, I respect that. Mm-hmm. But you're so far past that. Like, bro, you're not even an artist no more. The last verse he gave us on that Nas thing was trash. Let's keep it a buck. It was trash. Yeah, you're so far away from...
I don't believe that.
Bro,
but he's petty,
that verse was horrible. Anyway, so you deal with that, so you can keep it in her heart, but no deep down, you're stressing because that's the mother of your child.
That brother's been shot 9 times. I'm not.
Next thing. You lot respect the one that got shot. I respect the shooter. Hove. And now here's the other thing, yeah. Tyler Perry's caught up in the madness.
Tyler Perry.
That man.
That I'm happy about.
If true,
that I'm happy
but
about.
you can't be happy.
Why? Every year, something
I've never liked Tyler Perry.
So because you don't like him, you're happy that that's happening.
Yeah.
Because when you have the money and you're up there,
that don't fly, bro.
People will try and get money out of you, but what I read it and what they're accusing him of, or what the man's accusing him of,
it's crazy. Yeah.
Pinning him up in the trailer and fondling him, and I'm gonna kill your character in the next season if you don't give me peace. Like all these crazy things. If
that's
this
what
is
the man
true,
are on. But that's what the man are on. And he recently he just did a speech at the BET Awards talking about his son following in his footsteps and that. Brother, you need to worry about certain other Donnies following in your footsteps.
Those coming behind you as well.
Listen, like what the guy is.
Did you see the text? See the text where he's got the jet ski. He gets off a jet ski and send him a text saying, "How do I look?" And the guy's gone. He's gone. What do you mean?
Lost his
shekel. This is was he speedos or something?
I don't know what.
It was just like
it just. And then what did he say?
How did I look wet or something? What we did?
The guy had enough. Apparently, the guy had enough left.
Wood.
And then mahogany. It's but listen, he left and then he messaged him back and said, "Why don't you come back and be a writer on one of my shows?" Like he was obsessed with him. Apparently, but if
so he was cashing the check,
yeah.
Okay.
But wait a minute. What? He's white.
The guy? I don't know.
He's white.
Is he white? Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. All this black, pro-black shit and your movies, but your see? That's what I'm trying to say.
No, wait. No, we don't do that.
White employee, bro. Come on.
He's employee.
Bro, you don't like.
Is that what we're calling it now?
You don't like Tyler Perry. I get that, right? But all these movies
it's all
predominantly
he'll have
black
one
movies.
white character.
Because he's got one to just a bit of milk in the thing.
The argument I'm having is just with the people who are pro-black that say everything has to be black. So really, you shouldn't be, if that's your premise and you're Dr. Umar and them, man, you shouldn't be beating no one outside of your race.
He was trying to beat him.
Final boss.
Yeah, he was trying.
And then
Tyler
Fat
Perry
Joe's
wanted
caught
them
up in
cheeks.
the madness as well. Who? Fat Joe.
Oh, I've heard about this one. I'm not surprised with him.
Can I ask a question?
Allegedly, I'm not surprised with him. He moves so...
I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to let you lot speak. Is this what we're going to be faced with for the foreseeable future? Yeah. All our so-called idols just going down?
Well, he's not my idol.
I think...
When you got money, stories will come out. As simple as that.
Yeah, as simple as that. And it goes from
that's why you should
Fat
always
Joe
have like cameras and a friend
to Russell Brand. You know what I mean? It's just all of them are on a madness because they all move in a circle. We just can't even.
Gentlemen. Yeah, but if you're elite though, why would you get Johnson & Johnson's? When you spend more money, what's higher than that, man?
It's true, isn't it? Like,
Johnson & Johnson's is down here.
Yeah, for real. Like, get some rosemary infused oil and thing.
Yeah, man.
You know
what I mean?
Little something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I mean, Johnson's, babe. Johnson's.
Why don't you get ointment?
Like Vicks.
What's with the overpronunciation? Man really wanted to make the point, man, with ointment.
I don't understand, bro. Look,
if I'm buying oil, I'm getting just Joe.
It's not for you to understand.
In my naive world,
I'm glad you don't understand.
If I'm getting I'm getting money. Yeah. I'm worth an X amount of money. I'm out here. Like I'm popping whatever. Bro, the only thing you'll be saying about me is, damn, man, this brother just seems to be around bare buff gal them.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to be putting me down for. Is this guy, can't he stay with one woman? He's with bare pretty girls. But these, bro, they're sending this allegation about Joey Crack. And I said the Don because I said that name.
Is it underage girls or just young girls?
Underage girls.
Oh shit!
I said Joey Crack, the name,
the Don,
because it's going to lead to the point I'm going to make. They're saying this allegation. He got a 16-year-old at the time. Her body wasn't developed. He got a 16-year-old, flew her out to get a BBL, bro. What we doing?
What we doing?
What we doing? Now, these are all allegations. However, if these are allegations, it's proven to be wrong. These people that are stepping up with these allegations, your imaginations are disgusting.
Yeah.
To accuse someone of something you know they haven't done, but you've made it, that's wild, bro.
Yeah.
And these Donnies have daughters. Fat Joe's got a daughter. So if you're telling me he's dealing with something that's kind of similar to the age of his daughter, I saw something about R. Kelly and his daughter, where the daughter put in a thing saying, when I was a certain age, and I had to tell my mum, and she realized, my dad was.
This is what we did. It feels like passed down trauma as well, man.
Yeah.
We gotta do better, bro. We gotta do better around these babies. We gotta do better around these women. We gotta do better around these boys, because boys be getting it as well.
Facts.
Yeah, man, keep your nastiness away from people. You lot go on your little island and go play with each other and have these naked football games or what we gotta do.
Yeah, but what do you
Naked
tell
basketball.
your like friends that are young sons? What can they do?
You can
Tell me, uncle. I was around my brethren's house the other day, uncle, and my brethren's dad, I said, can I use the bathroom? My brethren's dad just came up in the bathroom at the same time. He's like, let me see. Yo, nephew, we're going around there right now.
You have to
just basically speak up.
You just gotta be
up, man.
You just gotta be. You gotta be representations of what you want. Be what you want to see. Be who you want to see.
Yeah.
I can't have my son at 10 years old looking at me any other type of way than his role model. It's just very
but
simple.
you're safe. You're going to keep yourself like that. He's going to go out into the world and he's going to see other men.
Have to talk. Tell me.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't care.
Yeah,
have to talk.
That's where the raising at home comes into play, right? If you've got your non-negotiables and the way the family home is, when you go out, you hope that's enough for the.
You hope.
Yeah, you hope.
You can
but,
hope. That's...
You know what I mean? That's all you can do, right? But when you're raising a child, you've got to have those things in play. Those conversations. And you've got to sort of almost like, you've got to be about what you're speaking about.
But this is the thing,
you know?
and I'm going to make this short. This is back to the conversation with Andrew Tate and Bonnie Blu.
Bonnie Blu.
They asked him if you had a daughter, would she be able to do?
And he was like 100%
and he'd be
no.
like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like that is bullshit.
Why?
Because listen, I am a fantastic mum.
Right.
I teach my child from A, B, C, whatever, wrong from right.
Right.
When the decides to leave, I can't have control over that because I know when I left.
Yeah.
And my parents were strict Muslim Iranians.
Right. Just for clarification,
Oh yeah, sorry. I love her. love her. But we just say names.
Yeah.
She's not a
but
female
you
dog.
never know what
the
situations you'll put through, your friends, your own. You're still young. You're gonna go with the wrong crowd, or one of my main thing is no matter what happened to me, I wouldn't speak up because I weren't allowed to do that.
Yeah.
So I won't go to my parents and be like, oh, by the way, because they'll beat me because I weren't supposed to do that. Yeah. So it's very easy to go, lead by example. But there's parents out there that are amazing and their kids go and do some madness and then jail for life.
Ghamzeh,
and you're like, I've done everything in my power to do the best as I can as a mum. But
that's all you can do, though.
I feel that
the
kids of today, I always believe kids are smarter than we give them credit for.
Agreed.
They have no filter. They just take it to like it is, especially when they're like in that toddler baby state. They just take it to like it is. It's only when we get older and time goes by, you start to pay attention to other people's feelings, and then you kind of dumb it down or skirt past it, whatever. But these kids have to be in a spot where, based on how they're raised in their household, they're okay to speak to mom and dad.
Yeah.
And anything that doesn't go on in your own household that happens somewhere else that makes you feel uncomfortable, you have to tell. It doesn't make you weak. Don't let the man them fool you or the gal them fool you like, oh, you're weak and why did you go and tell them? Yeah. Because that type of trauma, it starts small, then it becomes something that you can't even control no more, and it gets past you being able to tell people that the people are like, why are you letting on for so long? And what's happened? Now they got that thing hanging over your head now, pause, no pun intended. And then it's like, you're just in a weird spot now. You're scared to tell anyone because you're embarrassed. There's no embarrassment in safeguarding yourself from long-term just trauma and abuse and stuff, man. So speak up, kiddies, speak up. And no grown man will find a woman of a certain age attractive. It's just, sorry, that's my island I live on. If you're in your 40s plus, whatever, an 18-year-old has got no reason to be on your radar. That's just what we did.
On that note, go maintain. I see you. Go for it.
No. I was just
go
to see
for it.
who's gonna. No, I didn't have anything to say.
I wanted to just basically say you have to have positive role models in your life, regardless. They don't even have to be men. They just have to be somebody who you can go to. What Ghamzeh said is facts. Sometimes there are anomalies where you have two parents and the child still comes out mad.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you have those people in your life, you've got an advantage. Because at least there is somebody you can call or you can go to and go, look, this is what I see. There's people that call me that are younger than me. They're grown men, but they're just 20 years younger than me, calling for me for advice because I'm just an older man.
Yeah.
Morgs, and I give them what I can give them based on experience, and hopefully it resonates, and that's it, bro.
Yeah.
So that's it. They come in all shapes and forms. Pause. Round of applause to our beautiful audience. Round of applause to Maintain, my brother, from another mother.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, don't forget to check us out on YouTube. Like and subscribe. We're on all DSPs. Thank you to Jojo Montana the Great, Mr. Cameraman Extraordinaire. And Ghamzmatic, aka Ghamzeh. Yeah, we're gonna do some bleeps. We have to. Yeah, it's all right. I got them in there. That's all right. Yeah, man. Segway King. Yeah, man. I got that. You know what I mean? That, round of applause to Ghamzeh.
Yes, round of applause. Take it easy on us.
We have two guests sitting in, taking in the vibes. They have no mic. Yeah. But you know, they're showing love, chilling, seeing what's going on. Shout out to Amy and shout out to Dre in the building. Well, my peoples. We are back in a fortnight, and I'm sure my counterpart will be with me.
Until the next episode.
I'm not making any promises.
Dons, Donettes, see you in a fortnight. Love, honor, respect. Peace.
Yeah, peace. Manners.